Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Tonight, it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy.
Everybody ready?
Cowboys taking on yet another NFC team, the San Francisco 49ers.
Let's go, let's go.
For the first time in almost 30 years, the big game is back in Los Angeles. Super Bowl 56 underway. It's a short kick taken out beyond the 20. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
At their own 33-yard line.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Throwing. Prescott. A spin. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Prescott down.
40-yard line.
And that's incomplete.
Well, certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
To go.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Prescott from the gun. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45.
Oh, no.
And they'll start with great field
Hollywood's
position
gonna do it.
at the 41-yard line.
Intercepted. The Niners take over 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
See what Hollywood did? He intercepted that ball.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. And they'll get him
Time to
down
get it
after
back.
a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards. A play fake from Mostert. Now Garoppolo throwing middle, but it's incomplete. And that one going to be off target and incomplete.
Incomplete.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And he will
Going back the other way.
30-yard line. So a pretty shaky start here for both sides.
Yeah, each quarterback's throwing the ball to the other team. Do you think on both sidelines they're sitting them down and saying, okay, remember, this is the color jersey we're wearing. They're wearing the other color. Let's make sure we get it to our guys, please.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
And he'll work this one up to about the 38.
Tackle made at the 38-yard line. That's a gain of 7. Makes it 3rd.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Brought down at the 35-yard line.
On 3rd down, Elliott. And a short gain down to about the 33.
Ezekiel.
Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
A gain of only a yard. It's 4th down.
Now Prescott on 4th down. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 21 yards there. A big play on 4th down. A first down carry by Elliott. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. I also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Not at all what they envisioned on third down. 3 yards in the wrong direction.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
A 26-yard attempt.
And Zerline's kick is good. And the Cowboys are going to jump out to a 3-0 lead.
49ers nothing.
All right, let's go.
So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, Carter, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
After the made field goal, Zerline back out there now to send this one away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
1st and 10. That's their own 36-yard line.
Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their 2nd drive. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 40.
Yo! Look at it.
They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You gonna let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
Prescott now after the fumble recovery.
Prescott.
3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Clock running, under a minute to go now here in a fast-moving first quarter. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Prescott, and he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The linebacker, Fred Warner, right there on the coverage.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
4th down, Prescott. And my goodness, this is incomplete.
Man, look at George
and
go.
dropped it. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, I've seen, you and I both been to practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert, lock in here, 4th down play, make sure you're focused just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
It's 2nd and inches at the 45-yard line.
Something apparently not feeling right to Garoppolo, so he'll step back and take a timeout. So as they take it over, we step aside. Extra bulk up front for second and inches. 3 tight ends. Throwing now is Garoppolo. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Garoppolo looks to throw. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Oh, a quarterback sneak on 2nd down. He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down.
Hey, give him credit. That's a good, solid game there in the sneak because it all comes together. Enough space, get forward. Gain yardage. Well done.
And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. He'll wind up getting 2 on the sneak, but he was hoping for more than that, and it's 4th down.
Well, they gave it a shot. Quarterback sneak. Not able to get it.
No, but if you're going to call a QB sneak on 3rd down, you draw it up to get it.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Maybe they were thinking 4-down territory.
And that is not going to get there. Oh, he missed it short. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, that is not what you want to see from him on the big stage, obviously. He's been so reliable all season long.
A big part of why they've gotten here to this game. But you have to wonder, will this haunt them later as the Super Bowl progresses?
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
6-yard line.
The first down run for Elliott will net him about 5 yards. It's 2nd down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5.
Another carry tonight for the workhorse Elliott. Room here to run. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Nothing too fancy there. A simple toss left, but for whatever reason, the defense, they didn't seem ready for it.
Let me continue on with your thought right there because after the play was over, I kept my eyes on the defenders. Watch them get off the ground, going back to the huddle, shaking their heads and kind of pointing to each other like, what just happened there? I think you're onto something.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. A solid pickup at 13 sets them up 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
Now Elliott. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
It's a gain of a yard.
A 20th carry here for Elliott. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
3rd down and goal to go.
Here's Elliott. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. It's a gain of a yard, and it takes us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes remain in this opening half of Super Bowl 55. A reminder, coming up at intermission, we'll get highlights of this Super Bowl from Jonathan Coachman and the crew in Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report. Flush to him, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. D4. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. And they've now made 2 trips to the red zone and still looking for their first touchdown.
Not able to punch it in, and if you're on defense, your confidence is sky high. Because mentally, you're saying, hey, you're in the red zone. We're thinking we're giving up 3. We just want to give up 6. In this case, they end up not giving up the touchdown at all. They've got to feel great about what they got done.
They'll roll. And they intercept Garoppolo for the 3rd time. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half, and you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest, we're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here, but he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Got an open man, the tight end, Jarwin. And the Cowboys are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line. Prescott to throw it. And he's got it. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal?
At the 2-yard line.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Prescott to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
3rd and goal.
Third and goal, a big play in this Super Bowl. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. With the first touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Cowboys will extend their lead.
Partner, to me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in that group seeing the future. What I mean by that is they had a plan. Let's find a way to score right here before the half. And that'll give us momentum going into the second half. Give us that cushion that we're looking for. They got that accomplished, scoring right before the half ended.
Zerline good with a PAT. And the lead grows to 10-0.
Greg Zerline to kick off for Dallas.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Here's Richie James on the return. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
James on the return. The Niners
set to take over again here on offense, Jimmy G and the 49ers. So with the 3 interceptions, how does he erase those from his mind and just focus on this drive?
I think he may need some help from the...
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Man.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. With that late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or 2 and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may force them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
They'll run on first down. It's Elliott. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Elliott, toss right. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14.
And that's where this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time. Forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Greg Zuerlein to kick off for Dallas.
These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11.
But conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
So the illegal forward pass also cost him a down, and now it's 2nd and long. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Taking a shot for Samuel. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted.
And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 11, and he will bring it back to the 4-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Looking to throw. Prescott. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. From 4 yards out. And the Cowboys use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and that makes our score 17-0.
Zuerlein to kick off for Dallas.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away.
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 from back at their own 10-yard line. And the drive starts with a handoff to Coleman. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
On 2nd and 12, Garoppolo. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And they'll spot him at the 3-yard line. Pick just sets him up beautifully right down near the goal line.
I remember being in a defensive meeting back when I was in college, and our defense coordinator says, we're going to call this be who you are defense. D linemen, you play the run. Linebackers, be aware of anything. And secondary, you play the pass. That way, you're all set, ready for whatever they put out there.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
He didn't originally want to run, but he didn't see anything in the passing game, so he scrambled, and wouldn't you know it, he scores a touchdown anyway. It's awfully nice to have a quarterback who can make things happen with his legs.
Now Zuerlein on to add the extra point. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. Throw left side complete. That's Collins. And he gets in. Well, no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. And that's something you almost never see nowadays. When you fake it, you're at the 15-yard line on a PAT as opposed to just going for it from the 2.
I'm sorry. I know they got it, and congratulations to them, but it's just not a good play. I mean, the risk-reward is really off the charts, not in your favor. Run your offense out there. Put it on the 2-yard line if you want to go for 2. But I'll be darned. They ended up getting that one, didn't they?
And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. San Francisco set to go on offense once more. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. The number 7 usually lucky here. Not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he'd won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career. But when you're talking about one game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer, the last to do it in 2001 to throw 7 picks.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
To throw again on 2nd down, Prescott. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line.
To Ezekiel Elliott. That's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 3.
3rd and short yardage, Prescott. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Boy, a call like this, certainly tougher to make in a Super Bowl, but they'll go for it on 4th down. Sliding out of the pocket. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A gutsy call. Turns out to be a good one, though. 1st down on a pickup of 11. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And the Cowboys are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. Another catch for him there. This one good for 11. 1st down. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett. He's at the 50, the 40, the 20, 10, and he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. Well, that was almost a 4-point swing. The interception, if he had returned it all the way, would have been 2 for them, but just a little bit shy.
And when it's a play like that, you're exactly right with the math. But don't you feel like it would have counted for more if they found their way all the way back to the end zone and gotten the 2? That changes the whole momentum, doesn't it?
Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. This will make it into the end zone.
Richie James on the return. The Niners take over 1st and 10. At their own.
Out on the field now, here come the 49ers. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them.
And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. The tank, DeMarcus Lawrence with a sack.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. Another try after the first down sack. Garoppolo. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. DeMarcus Lawrence, his 2nd sack of the night.
How about that, partner? His 2nd sack of the game, and that puts him in some pretty good company. 17 guys have had 2 sacks in the previous 52 Super Bowls, but only 3 have had the record number of 3 sacks in this game.
And we've got the list here. If he gets another one and everyone behaves nicely, we might just list those out for him. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure him out.
And that's his 3rd sack, and that ties a Super Bowl record. Makes me think of my old college teammate, Reggie White. He had 3 with the Green Bay Packers in Super Bowl 31. Darnell Dockett of Arizona, Super Bowl 43. And Coney Ealy, 3 sacks for them.
And from their own end zone, it's a fake. And he's going to let it go deep. Oh, but this is going to backfire as it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And he'll be brought down around the 7-yard line. They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Partner, forget starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that because that's the money zone. Get it into the end zone and make your cash.
Following the interception, here's Prescott fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And the Cowboys are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
Very fortunate to get another shot. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he is unable to get in. They stop him at the line of scrimmage. He tried to break that plane but couldn't get there, and that's going to leave him now at 3rd and goal. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Here's Prescott. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Cowboys use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
This is why a lot of play callers love play action in this spot. You just want to freeze the linebackers just for a second. Then you got a chance to get a quick pass into your tight end right behind them for a touchdown.
Zerline now for the PAT. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it's capped off for the Cowboys touchdown.
Greg Zerline to kick off for Dallas.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Fielded near the back of the end zone.
Richie James on the return.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
And San Francisco gets set to go here. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Jordan Lewis right there on the coverage. Third quarter of the biggest spectacle in sport, the Super Bowl. Thanks for joining us, everybody. 2nd and 10. Open man is Samuel, complete. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Well, I think we've got evidence right now that this team's not going to be daunted at all. Just because they're backed up doesn't mean they're not going to continue to throw the football. They threw an incompletion on first down, but they came right back on second down and threw it again. And this time they hit it for not just good yardage, but a first down.
And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. 1 quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Garoppolo. Hooking up here with Trent Taylor. A gain of 6 there on first. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
21, here we go.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Garoppolo. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Aldon Smith, the former number 7 pick, gets the sack.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
On 3rd down, here comes Mostert. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
If they're going to have a shot in this Super Bowl, they're going to need this one on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Garoppolo. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a 3rd situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
He's got the first down inside the 10. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott with his 3rd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And this offense continues to pour it on. They seemingly just continue to score at will. And as great as it's been for the offense, you got to feel for that defense down there.
And I love how you use the word will, because both teams came into the game with the will to win. But one team has obviously imposed its will on the other and broken them. Because what we're seeing right now, wow, that's a defense that's in tatters after what they faced in this ball game.
Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone.
Rick Zerline to kick off for Dallas.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep.
Richie James on the return.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
And the 49ers getting set to trot out there. And it's becoming more and more apparent that this is just not going to be their night. That Lombardi trophy so close, but the expectations simply have not matched the results as they start on this drive, 1st and 10. Garoppolo on first down. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this...
Oh, Elliott going to be hit. He coughs it up. Loose football. And this is going to be 49er football. He has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy. They'll just send more and more players towards him, trying to make sure they knock the ball free.
Being chased out left. And now he's going to use his legs. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Here we go. Watch the screen.
Throwing again on second down. Garoppolo. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. DeMarcus Lawrence make that now 4 sacks for him in tonight's ball game.
And that's a Super Bowl record, his 4th sack of the game. I think we got to start thinking seriously about making him the Super Bowl MVP as well.
I think you're right. With him leading in the driver's seat, he certainly has a shot. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. A Super Bowl 55 down to the final 2 minutes. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On first down, it's Elliott. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
He's brought down at the 37-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd.
Again, it's Elliott. And some space here. Ezekiel Elliott going to take it the distance. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. As that lead just swells and swells. Look, this has been dominance in all 3 phases. Offense, defense, and special teams.
So don't we have to give a lot of credit, not just to what we've seen today, but the preparation in advance, coaching staff, commitment by the players to the game plan, and being ready to go in this one? You're exactly right. Clean sweep. And, boy, they're going to celebrate this one after it's over.
And on the other side, this is the game film you just flush and never go back and review. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Dallas defense, here they come now onto the field. They did their job coming into the hostile environment, doing what needed to be done to get the W.
And that has to feel great because all during...
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Tyrone Crawford in there to drop him, and that is the 7th time tonight that he has gone down.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
That's a good bounce-back play right there after taking a sack on 1st down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. They'll try and run here with Mostert. And he's able to pick up the 1st down here before he goes down at the 26. A gain of 4 on the play, and it'll give him a fresh set of downs. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10.
Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got?
This is Mostert. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. And the Dallas Cowboys will hoist the Lombardi Trophy. They are the kings of the NFL. And to the Super Bowl champions, they etch their name forever in NFL immortality.
That's pretty phenomenal right there. It actually gave me chills just to hear you say that because immortality forever and ever. When you look in the record books, you'll see this team, you'll see their picture. That you're be an incredible feeling because it's been a long journey to get there. And now